17 auction items that are going to raise you a lot of money and they don't cost you anything. If you didn't know already, my name is Kevin Rudder. I'm a professional fundraising auctioneer and consultant, and I'm here to give you tips, tricks, and strategies to dominate your next fundraising event. And you're going to want to stick around for the last one, because even if you think you don't have any of these, the last one we all do, and it raises thousands of dollars for your next event. Fundraising item number one, the honey to-do list. This is where you get somebody in your organization that is a contractor that's willing to auction off their services, their labor, for someone that provides all of the materials. Maybe they donate their weekend. Maybe they're a master plumber and they're willing in that weekend to put in, whatever honey to-do list that you have. And that is what I like to call auction item, the honey to-do list. The second item I like to call points. A lot of us have a lot of points from different things. We have gas points, you got Airbnb points, or you have points for timeshare, or you have points for airlines. And boy, I'll tell you what, that can raise a lot of money when you have enough points to create an entire vacation package out of it. We can really make a great auction item, and it raises thousands of dollars. The next one is the behind the scenes tour. Do you know somebody that works at a museum? Do you know somebody that works as a newscaster? Maybe somebody that's a mayor, maybe somebody that's the governor, maybe somebody that works in sports, somebody that might be a DJ, or any type of job or career, maybe chief of police. That might be of interest to someone. That really is a unique opportunity to work side by side with that person as their day goes on, and you auction that service off. It's priceless. And it raises a lot of money for your next event. Another great item is memorabilia. Maybe it's the contract that started your organization and it's sitting in a file cabinet. It has no value to you, but it's unique to somebody there. Maybe it's a picture of the founding member of your organization or your school, and it's signed. Or something that's unique to your organization that is also special for your cause. Or it could just simply be somebody in your organization, maybe that is a collector or had something donated to them, it's some autographed jersey or something, and it's hanging on their wall in their garage, or it was given to them as a family heirloom and they don't need it anymore. That sells for a lot of money as well. The next couple of items are VIP items, and that is VIP seating. Consider if you have an elementary school, it could be front seats to a graduation. If it's for an organization at a museum or something like that, maybe it's that special one-time event. Heck, maybe it's seats in Times Square when the ball drops. And it's a very unique item that everybody likes to bid on. Another great VIP item to have at your auction is the VIP parking spots. We've all gone to the schools where there's a huge line to drop your kids off, and you just wish you had that front unique spot to let your kids out. Well, I've been to a lot of schools where those raise thousands of dollars. So think about that. Or maybe it's not a school that you have, but it's maybe a unique parking spot in a downtown area that you have access to. The ideas are endless, but think about unique parking spots. The next item is the night on the town. This takes a little bit of work, but still can be free. And that is where you get involved with maybe a local restaurant, a hotel, package those things together, and you have yourself a night on the town for a bit of a staycation. A fundraising item that does always really well is the naming rights to something unique. Whether it's the naming of a building, the naming of a hallway, the naming of a room. Maybe you're in the process of a building phase right now for your nonprofit, school, or charity, and you have tons of rooms that need to be named. What an opportunity for somebody to leave a legacy behind and name a room or space after that special someone or their business, and it raises a lot of money. Another great auction item is auctioning off your space or your location. Maybe you have a unique situation where there's somebody that works for a farm or a ranch, or you have a donor that owns a venue location. Maybe you're an actual museum or school, or have some beautiful place that costs you nothing to auction off but raises a lot of money. People are always looking for spaces for weddings, for big events, for graduations, and auctioning off your unique space raises a lot of money for your cause, and the price is priceless because you can't get it anywhere else. Great auction item is the lifetime's first item. Have you ever sat at a game and heard the anthem played and wished that was you? Okay, maybe not. Or how about maybe just the first pitch is thrown and thought, man, that's a chance of a lifetime. Or you see at an NHL game the Zamboni go by and say, oh, that would be great to do. The ideas for this auction item are endless, and it's something for you to think about. So think about first-time experiences that can raise a lot of money that cost you nothing. One auction item that's always a hit and people say is hard to find is vacation packages. Now I know you think that's the hardest one to find and it raises the most money, but I'm here to tell you it's not as hard to find as you think. There's probably somebody in your school or your nonprofit or your charity that has a old cabin that's a family heirloom that maybe they'll let you auction that off. Maybe there's somebody that owns an Airbnb. Maybe there's somebody in your organization that owns a summer home in a unique location. Maybe somebody that just has an RV or somebody that owns a boat. All of these can be vacation items. Maybe somebody will let you just put a tent on a piece of property that they own in a very unique place. The vacation item raises a lot of money and could be great at your next event. Another great item, groundbreaking ceremony. We've all seen those vintage photos and they've been in the newspapers, maybe even on the news, where somebody's sitting there with a gold shovel or somebody's getting ready to cut a ribbon. Well now, what an auction item this could be, where you get to be the person to cut the ribbon or hold that gold shovel, and all the free media that they would receive. It really is a unique item and raises a lot of money for your cause. The next one is something that you have to be in a unique situation for, and that is artwork. I always say some of the hardest items to sell are art and jewelry. And the reason why they're so hard to sell is because art usually and jewelry have taste and preferences. Some people like gold, some people like silver, some people like contemporary art, some people like modern art. But when the artwork is connected to your organization, this can be a hit. Consider maybe you have a famous picture of something that's unique to your organization, and you have somebody paint that. And then that way the artwork itself is connected. Maybe you're a kindergarten class and you know a famous artist that's gonna come in there and do some paintings, but then have the kids all get and participate into it and highlight that piece of artwork. Or everybody in the school collaborates and makes something unique. Or maybe it's your nonprofit and everybody gets involved with that piece of art and it's displayed somewhere and then auctioned off. And it definitely helps raise a lot of money and raises awareness of who you are. Here's a really awesome auction item. A lunch with somebody unique. Maybe it's power meeting with the mayor. Maybe it's a lunch with the governor. Maybe it's a retired famous person in sports. Could be a famous investor that somebody might know, or somebody that's unique to your school, or unique to your nonprofit, or somebody that is very famous in your town. But all of these are possibilities to raise for your next live auction, silent auction, raffle, or whatever your fundraiser is getting ready to do. Do you know somebody with a unique talent? Somebody with a unique skill set? Maybe they're a championship golfer. Maybe they are a world-class musician. How about private lessons from one of those people? Maybe your friend is just the most amazing fisherman the world has ever seen. Maybe it's your spouse. Auctioning off the opportunity to have private lessons with somebody with a unique ability or maybe a great skill set can raise a lot of money for your cause. One great item that raises a lot of money time and time again is exclusive tickets to an exclusive event. A lot of times people can go to baseball games, but what about an event that's sort of a behind the scenes? Maybe you know somebody that has access to the Broadway show Hamilton and you get to see them practicing. It's not the actual event itself, but something unique like that. Maybe it's a fashion show. Maybe you know somebody that has the opportunity for you to get box seats at a baseball game. These might seem challenging to find, but most of the time it's just simply making a phone call to that local major league team or place that's hosting that special event and describing who you guys are, and they will put you in contact with somebody that can probably get you a couple of seats for nothing and raise you thousands of dollars. So consider that at your next auction. The last item is really unique, and I haven't seen it done a lot of places other than myself at the events that I work at. So if you're sitting at the end of this video and you're saying, wow, Kevin, I don't know how I'm going to pull off any of these, this one we all can do. So don't feel left out. This item here is where at the night of the event, whoever your MC is, or hopefully you hired a professional fundraising auctioneer like myself, and they're on the microphone and they're saying, hey, we have a lot of great auction items for you. And then they say, by the way, if anybody in the audience is thinking to themselves, I didn't even know we were going to have a live auction, and you have something that's unique and you'd like to auction it off, get with somebody on the side here, and you could be, an assistant or someone like that, and have them write something down, and then we'll take that up as an opportunity to auction something off. Because there might be somebody that's in the crowd at your event that says, wow, man, I didn't know we were having an auction. If I'd known that, I would have auctioned off our vacation spot. Heck, I could have auctioned off something that I do in my career. You know what? Had I known about this, I could have helped raise money for this cause through my sailboat that I'd like to auction off, or my limousine company that I own, or the vacation house that we own in Hawaii. Man, if I only knew, I would have done that. This is a chance to give them the opportunity to look like the heroes and share in the cause by simply just saying, hey, we have a lot of great auction items here tonight, and we want you to partake in those. By the way, if you didn't know about it and you have a unique item, you still have time to bring it up to us and we'll auction it off tonight. It really gets the audience involved. It raises a lot of money. It costs you nothing, and it makes people feel good about themselves. And sometimes it brings out more than one item. I hope this list was helpful to you. If you're looking for other ideas, tips, tricks, and strategies, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and also give us a call. We'd love to help you out with your event, no matter where it is, at any day, any time. Even if it's just a phone call to pick our brain and see what you got going on. We'd love to partake in your event. Take care.